Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy, bloop, 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 that's me, boop, bloop, Debsy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, happy Thursday. It is almost Christmas, we have 3 days until the magical day. Listen, I have to work tomorrow. It's work from home, and it's not gonna be anything major, so I'm okay with it. When you work from home, I can just work in my pajamas. P.S. I do that all the time anyways. Okay, so I hope everybody had a great day, and I hope you're staying safe and warm. Let me get this out of the way first of all. Let's show this ugly Christmas sweater, because this is a good one. Look, check it out. I even have little peppers. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Look at that. Now, seriously, it has a chihuahua. I got it just because it has a chihuahua. Here we go. You gotta love it. It got the arms. It's awesome. It's so festive. So that's my Christmas sweater for today. Listen, I didn't do anything last night, a video last night, because all of this, I wasn't sick or anything, but all of this was not great. I mean, all of this is not great right now, but it was a tough day at work, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not feeling it tonight. So instead, tonight, I am back, and I'm gonna be I thought it would be cool to do a video on some Christmas. I was gonna have it be Christmas trivia, but I thought it would be fun just to throw out some interesting Christmas facts that I came up with. So here we go. Here's some interesting and fun Christmas facts. So what was the first Christmas song played in space? Well, the first Christmas song that was ever played in space was Jingle Bells. Now, we always think of Jingle Bells as a very popular Christmas song, right? Everybody does. But that's not really the case. When it was written back in the 1800s, I think it was 1857, it was originally called One Horse Open Sleigh, and it was a Thanksgiving song instead. The day after Christmas is National Candy Cane Day. Candy canes actually originated in Germany. And in the 1950s, church leaders in Boston tried to ban a song. Try to guess which song it was. It's a song, this is a song that when I was growing up, I was like, that's cute. But now I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's still kind of cute, but it's like, lame. And it is, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Religious leaders thought that it promoted physical intimacy. They thought it was too sexy. So they tried to ban it up in Boston. In 1901, President Roosevelt, he banned Christmas trees in the White House. Also, each year during Christmas, down at Disney, if you ever go to Disney at Christmas time, you can check out 8.5 million lights that are used to light up the Magic Kingdom. And going back to Christmas songs, everybody knows, and some people, most people, I don't want to say everybody, but a large majority of people love Mariah Carey's song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. She actually only took 15 minutes to write that song. And speaking of Christmas staples, it took Charles Dickens just 6 weeks to write A Christmas Carol. If your child wants to send a letter to Santa Claus, he can do it thanks to the Canadian Postal Service. They came up with a way for with a postal code that your kid can use to send a letter to Santa, and he or she would address it to Santa Claus, North Pole, and then the postal code is HOH space OHO, Canada. So once again, if your kid wants to send a letter to Santa, just have them address it to Santa Claus, North Pole, HOH space OHO, Canada. and it will get there. Although maybe a little too late right now. If your true love gives you all of the presents that are included in the 12 Days of Christmas, they're going to be giving you 364 gifts. And now this next one, I heard varying different, so with this next fact, I heard varying answers on which was correct. But before 1836, Christmas actually was not a legal holiday that was practiced by all states. Actually, in Boston, it was a crime and a sin to celebrate Christmas. Now, I had heard two different answers as to which state was the first one to celebrate. At first, I had heard that it was Alabama that decided to make Christmas a state holiday. I also had read someplace else where the first Christmas celebrated on American land was in 1539 in Tallahassee, Florida. There wasn't there weren't any trees, there weren't any presents. It was just a religious mass. So going back and forth, not sure which one. Quite possibly, maybe it was just that Florida had the first mass, maybe, and Alabama was the one that recognized it as a legal state holiday. However, I did see all over the place that the last state to start celebrating it legally was Oklahoma. And Paul McCartney, we all know that song, Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. Every year he makes $400,000 a year just off of that song. And it did indicate all over the place that it's considered like his worst song that he ever wrote. Like a lot of critics and fans are just like, it's the worst. I'm gonna tell you, it's not one of my favorite Christmas songs at all. So, but he's making money off of it. The city of Vancouver, Canada, claims to be the birthplace of the very first ugly Christmas sweater party. Let me tell you what, I think this bad boy would do it for me. So here's another one that I thought was interesting, because a lot of times if you instead of writing out Christmas and you put Xmas, a lot of people will be upset by that because they say you're taking Christ out of Christmas. But the abbreviation X in Xmas is actually not even an abbreviation. X stands for Chi, which in Greek is Christ. So it actually does mean Christmas. Also, the top 6 Christmas tree producing states are Oregon, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Washington, and Wisconsin. So makes perfect sense for Taylor Swift to have written Christmas Tree Farm, since she was originally from Pennsylvania. I believe she was from Wyoming. She was out in the center of the state. So, hooray. Also, the word Merry Christmas was not always accepted, because being merry used to signify slight intoxication. So every year in Midland, Michigan, the Charles W. Howard Santa Claus School, yep, that exists. It hosts 130 Santas each year, where they gather to learn about the history of Saint Nick, popular toys, and Santa etiquette. And there is just one more that I remember hearing. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was actually made up as an advertising gimmick by Montgomery Ward. And it was, I believe it was in 1939, and then 10 years afterwards, the song was written. And the guy who wrote the song was actually the brother-in-law of Robert L. May, who came up with the idea for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rudolph was not always named Rudolph. The two other options that he had for first name were Reginald or Rollo. R-O-L-L-O, Rollo. So, some pretty interesting information about what is probably my favorite holiday all year. I don't know, I like, as far as Christmas, I like it because I just loved the lights, and I like how everybody just gets a little kinder and a little kinder and a little more joyful. So that's just a little bit of information, a little bit of interesting facts about my favorite holiday. Hope it's yours. And listen, I know I haven't told you yet today, but I love you. You are loved, seen, and heard. Please, please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there. Also, please reach out to anyone and everyone just to check on them, because number one, you never know what somebody is keeping inside. They could very well be wearing a smile on their face, but they very well may be hiding something that they're not showing to the world. And also, there are a lot of people who have family near them, but then there are people that don't. So please just reach out to someone just to check on them, just to say, hey, I was thinking about you, just to make sure that they know that they're not alone. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Everybody have a great day and a good night, and please stay safe and warm. Bye, guys.